Jay and Dan and listeners of the Fairly KickAss podcast, we are feeling festive. That's right, we are doing, and we're jumping right into it, peeling back the layers a little bit just because we got to have a little chat. We got to have a little after-school special talk. We are doing our top 5 holiday songs ever, and this is admittedly the second time that we've done this exact list. The Christmas episode, the first time around, we did in December of 2020. 2 of our hosts had interesting lists that were kind of fun, but kind of weird and kind of quirky. One of our hosts had a list that was in a different ballpark altogether. I was not a fan of the holidages, of Christmas, of the entire month of December. And thankfully, that episode has been scrubbed from existence because it literally consisted of some of the absolute darkest, most heinous shit that you could possibly imagine coming through your ear holes in the spirit of Christmas, of all things. Now, with these top 5 lists, we're supposed to pick songs that we actually enjoy, that we want to listen to. Neither of those things were true for my list. I just literally found the worst, most awful songs that I could because that was the unfortunate headspace that I was in at the time. Dan, especially for you, because you had to directly follow me during that episode. So
that's right.
I would drop these nuclear bombs of sadness and, several trigger warnings that I'm not getting into. And then you had to come back with so let's talk about Fairy Tale in New York, guys. What do you do? What do you do?
You have a giggle is what you do.
Well, here's the only thing I can hope is that not that you've necessarily turned around and you're going to hand us 5+ songs that are all, sunshine, rainbows, and reindeer farts. But I do hope
that nixes half my list.
Well, it's because your list is all reindeer farts, isn't it? Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. It's just the other stuff. God damn it.
Sorry. But you do hope what?
I forgot what my point was made. Long story short, I hope at the very least you're at a better place when it comes to it. So, you're at a better place.
And yeah, and that's kind of what
not that you have to be.
Right.
I think that's something else we can talk about down the line. Not that you have to be all sunshines and rainbows here at the holidays, but that you're not at such a bad place.
But you know what? Maybe we can help with that. Maybe somebody listening to the Fairly KickAss podcast, since that has yet to be said.
Nice plug.
Oh, shit, that's right. We don't even have a voice guy yet to do that for us.
Oh, my God. Maybe somebody can hear what we've given them and they can find something to help them enjoy the holiday season or just keep them enjoying the holiday season.
In the music we're going to play.
In the music, yes.
In the banter. No.
No, fuck that.
No.
Nobody enjoyed that.
No.
And somehow, once again, much like the Bridgerton with Pies intro, you guys have managed to make the points that I was going to make 100 times better than I could have possibly made them.
There was a point to what you were saying.
There were 2. My first point was that I am in a much better place now. And
okay, good.
And it's okay to not be in a better place because a lot of us aren't. This is a very emotionally charged time of year for many people. And just to know that, you're not alone if you're listening and you're just having a down day, or you just were like me and had a completely black heart throughout the entire month, that is perfectly okay. But you do have people who feel the same way, who are going through the same stuff. It helped me a lot to talk to people, both just friends, family, and professional help, to be perfectly honest. And my hope is in the holiday season and in any season at any time, the one important thing for us is to try to make people happy, to put a smile on their faces, to have them come away, an hour to 90 minutes later thinking, wow, I feel better, just full stop. I feel better. I feel happier. I feel like that was entertaining. And if we're doing that even for one person, then, it's a pretty happy holiday season for the three of us.
Oh, shit. We're supposed to be entertaining?
Well, I didn't want to tell you that and throw your game off, but yes.
Shit.
We're going to need a brief pause while Dan figures out how to be entertaining. In the meantime, we are giving you what we came to give you, which is our top 5 holiday songs right here on the Fairly KickAss podcast. I don't know if I pronounced any of those words at all. So
they were words. You said
they were there. Words. They were out there. Look, you said 6 words in one syllable.
We are very good at that in the South.
We may have set the record for longest stretch between when you press play and when you hear the intro music. So bravo, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Either that or Nikki played it 2 or 3 times trying to get us to move along.
Right.
Not
she was the orchestra trying to play Sinatra off, and we're just not getting the hint. False
start. You're all disqualified.
Big hook comes out of nowhere. Where'd you even buy that from?
Gong.
JP Morgan, why did you give him the gong? I didn't like the way they spoke. I didn't like their hair. I didn't like the impression of me. It just didn't work.
You may have a point on the hair.
How old is that reference, by the way?
I have older than it should be for this show. That's all I'm saying.
For the grandparents still listening to the show, thank you for your patronage. For the rest of you who are not listening by any stretch, we got to jump into this thing, don't we, boys?
Eventually.
I guess since I've taken up all the time, I'm going to go third and let you guys actually talk for a little bit. I'm going to say Jay.
Cool. I can do that. I decided to completely re-rack my original top 5 Christmas songs list and actually have some fun this year. I'm playing it a little bit more straight. And by that, I mean quite well. Okay, fine. I'm lying. For starters,
just for reference, you started with Bjork last year.
I know. I remember. It is less. Nope. Can't even do that. So my number 5 song is a full-bodied funk song from Ann Arbor, of all places.
Oh no.
This record just screams fun from every angle. The vocals are tight. The song is a lot of fun to listen to, even though when I played it just a few minutes ago, the other individual in the room was like, "What is that?" That is Wolfpack and their song Christmas in LA. Listen, I know this isn't a common classic Christmas song, but it is a joy. I legitimately smile when this song comes on. And by that, I mean when I put it on because nobody else plays it. But you just heard it. So tell me that you agree with me. Listeners, you guys haven't heard it yet, probably.
I mean, I'll hear it when I go back and listen to this, but yeah, no, not right now.
You hear the name Wolfpack and you don't really associate that with Ann Arbor, Michigan. Maybe like Ann Arbor, Sweden. And that's the fun of these lists, right? Like this, for the most part, we're not talking about your traditional music. There is going to be some departure into that realm, I'm sure, for all of us. But you're talking about, quote unquote, regular musical acts, regular bands, regular artists who are making Christmas music. Holiday music in a lot of respects too, not just Christmas. And it's just really cool to see that it can be a very neat, creative avenue for a lot of bands.
Yeah, and this one's fun too because I should expand a little bit. This song has a lot of irony built into it, right? First of all, it's a song that talks about snow and cold in LA, and then it's written by 2 Jewish guys in Ann Arbor. So it's irony built on irony, and the song it's a legitimately good song. Like, it is a lot of fun to listen to. The music is great, the vocals are great, but it's also funny,
and that helps too. Like the humor, the upbeat, the positive Christmas songs. I think my grew 3 sizes that day heart is starting to gravitate towards those quite a bit. So
yeah, you just got to find the fun.
Find the fun. Did we just hit on a motto for this here podcast?
Fuck no.
Well, Dan, what are you going to hit on with your number 5 song?
We're off and running.
Well, actually, sarcastic joke aside, I figured, you know what? It wouldn't be a bad idea to start off my list with like a more uplifting and optimistic, rockier note before eventually falling back into the malaise that usually is the holiday season for me. No, I'm not going to. Am I going to go there? Maybe I'm not.
I don't know.
That's okay. Not yet. So, but starting for me at number 5 is the very appropriate title of this song, Everything's Gonna Be Cool This Christmas from Eels. Because as you heard, it's pretty much a track where the singer said, yeah, you know what? The last year sucked and you were alone, but hey, it's Christmas again. You're joining us this time and we're partying. Like I said, it's a laid-back, rocky anthem wishing for a laid-back holiday. And I know it's just like, you know, my opinion, man, but like the dude would probably get down with a Christmas song like this. That's just all right by me.
I could see the dude and E hanging out on Christmas.
Right?
I'm with that. I'm 100% with that visual.
Good deal.
Yeah, this was, well, good eels, as it were. I'm sorry. That's not good.
What is good? What's your number 5 tune?
So this past weekend, just to give you kind of a anecdotal idea of my newfound Christmas spirit, I watched an actual Christmas special. It was the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, in fact, fairly highly recommended. It was cute, it was whimsical. There was at least one fairly important canonical nugget for you MCU fans out there. No spoilers, obviously. I'm not going to do that to y'all. It was 45 minutes. It's worth a watch. You get Groot. Groot is worth 45 minutes by himself. Come on. He's Groot. But one of the surprising parts of the show, or of the special, was that the soundtrack was actually pretty dang good. You had some choice tracks by acts such as Low, The Wombats, Fairy Tale of New York, as I mentioned previously, of course, a staple. Julian Casablancas has a hit on the soundtrack. But specifically, and this is obviously a very recent entry onto this list for me, but it just grabbed me in such a way that I felt it would almost be doing it an injustice to not put it up here. And that was the track created specifically for the special by longtime Texas country rocky outfit Old 97s. The song being, I Don't Know What Christmas Is, but Christmas Time Is Here. The premise of this is that Old 97s are playing aliens, essentially. Again, I don't want to spoil too much. They aren't familiar with the Earth tradition of the holidays and of Christmas, and they wrote a song about what they've heard Christmas is. So they talk about Santa, jolly old fella, brings toys to everyone on Christmas. They then talk about how he's a master lock picker, how he'll put shit in your socks if you don't give him milk and cookies, how he shoots missiles at your toes, all the very common things about, Christmas. It's fun, it's weird, it's wild, it's kooky, it's very much the vibe of Guardians of the Galaxy overall, and just even in a vacuum, it's just a really fun, quirky Christmas song.
I was trying to figure out why, because I like Old 97s, and I was trying to figure out why I didn't know this song, and it's because it was released specifically for that soundtrack.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. No, that's great. I will be checking that out.
Yeah, now I can't wait to get into the special at all. Totally.
Oh, it was good, yeah. For those Old 97 fans out there like Jay as well, there is another track from a previous album that they did kind of a do-over of, which is Here It Is Christmas Time. That was performed by main character in the story, Kevin Bacon. Not Kevin Bacon the actor, but Kevin Bacon the MCU character. It's a whole thing. Again, you have to watch it to figure it out.
I know that song, which is where I thought you were going when you said Old 97s, and then you threw a curveball at me, and I was like, I don't know what that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it was a good jam.
I'm particularly fond of the lyric, a pro at picking locks. If you don't leave milk and cookies out, he will put dung in your socks.
And we grew up with all those stories of Santa, right? Like it's what we all remember. Checks all the boxes.
Perfect.
Jay, I got some boxes that remain as yet unchecked and need to have your number 4 in order to complete the checking process of those
I'm not sure that's true, but I'm glad you found the fun for your number 5, because I'm going to continue in the fun vein here for my number 4. It's a classic, and it was recorded in 3B. 3 beers and it sounds good, eh? It's stupid 80s Casio music, a bunch of Canadian jokes, some gift ideas, and drunken, really bad Christmas math. I'm, of course, talking about Bob and Doug McKenzie and their 12 Days of Christmas. Welcome to the Great White North, eh?
Good day, and welcome to day 12.
Which I believe is a mystery day.
Well, hang on. So there's like 12 days of Christmas, right? So you got like Christmas Eve, okay, right? And then, Christmas Day.
Oh, take off, you knob.
And then but then there's Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
And there's 2 Saturdays and Sundays in there, so that's 4.
2 Saturdays and Sundays. But where's the other? Where's like the other 4?
Those are the mystery days. So that's where we are, and they have one of my favorite movies that's ever been made in Strange Brew. And honestly, Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas can do no wrong. They're geniuses, and it's a fantastic Christmas album. The whole album is good, but the song is it's fun. Brings a smile to your face. And maybe other places, I'm not sure.
Oh boy.
If I didn't have puke voice, I would do their anthem. Thank you. Holzer.
I wish I could explain what was happening in the last 3 minutes of this podcast. I know it was awesome. I just don't know why.
We're going to sit you down at some point and make you watch Strange Brew.
Luke, I'm your father. Come over to the dark side of the Force, you knob.
Take off, eh?
How these exchanges that happen just randomly during Fairly Kick-Ass, how those exchanges have not become their own podcast is beyond me. Completely beyond. Like, all you need is a movie and like one prompt, and you guys like are good in a corner by yourselves for like 20 minutes at least.
It's gold. It's called Dan and Jay Suck at Podcasting.
And it would be miles more popular than Fairly Kick-Ass.
It's a segment. It's definitely a segment.
It's a segment. We do it anyway. It's fine. Hey, Dan, what's
fine.
your number 4?
God damn it. So it's definitely not as fun.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, I thought about it a lot, and I'm with Zach in his original concept to a certain extent, and I had to bring a little bit of that into my list. And when I say that, I mean I ripped a song directly off of his list. The one song that he introduced me to that I could stand and actually could get behind. Admittedly, if you put Elvis's Blue Christmas into the hands of a more mature songwriter, you would get my number 4 song, Casey Musgrave's Christmas Makes Me Cry. And look, that's nothing to anything against Billy Hayes and Jay Johnson and or the real songwriters who they took credit for writing Blue Christmas. But this is a far more effective examination of Christmas as the emotional drain that it can be. It addresses those of us who aren't the biggest fans of the holiday and the struggle to pretend to be happy, pretend to be warm, to pretend to be open and outgoing and social when we really just want to be home and hide away and let the world around us celebrate. Like, I'm cool, y'all. Go nuts. I don't read this as a holiday condemnation, though. More of an admittance that the holiday and the events surrounding it, well, maybe they've broken some of us in a certain way. But the more I listen to it, the more I get to it, and I get a wave of emotion with it that just comes crashing over with it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a pretty song.
It is. It's subtle. It's, of the train wreck that was my list 2 years ago, like, this is probably the one song that I can point to and say, like, this was my frame of mind to a T. And, it's so much more eloquent than I could ever put it. It's Casey Musgraves is an absolute delight of a human. And, I don't know what other good things to say about her that I didn't say back then.
No, I mean, you probably said some amazing stuff about it, and I admittedly should want to go find more of her stuff and should have gone to find more of her stuff then, just in general.
Yeah.
And that's it. I didn't continue down that road, although I did think about it. I decided not to be that guy for all the reasons that you listed in the intro and more. Because, like you said, it doesn't have to be that way. Just as long as we, acknowledge.
Yeah, we don't have to shy away from that shit or pretend that, like, the sad doesn't exist.
Right.
I mean, Lord knows that I've listened to Phoebe Bridgers enough times to know that that's not possible. The sad will be there.
It'll be waiting for you in January when you come back to it. It's fine.
It's true.
Just like the credit card bills.
Oh, God, do not remind me. Don't remind me. I guess you got to...
So just like the bills... damn it.
Oh, please, this was going to be gold. I need this one.
Nope. There was no way to do this. Nope.
I say, so Dan decided not to be that guy and keep going down that road. Hey, Zach, what kind of guy are you going to be? Number 4.
For my number 4, I'm going to be a guy who's going to talk about an absolute legend in the world of music. We're talking legendary stuff like Eye in the Sky, for example. We're talking, and I'm going to move back from the mic a little bit to make sure I don't clip here, but North Carolina, the guy who made that possible, right? The one with the project, the butt of all the Austin Powers jokes. Like, the wonderful man that I'm talking about, of course, is none other than the great Alan Parsons. My number 4 song was not performed by Alan Parsons. My number 4 song was, in fact, performed about Alan Parsons. That song is Alan Parsons in a Winter Wonderland by Granddaddy. It is, of all of the Christmas songs there are that I enjoy, that I'm certainly going to talk more about as we go into this, this is probably the song that I forget about outside of the month of December. And when I remember that it exists and I get to play it and listen to it again, it gives me such a delight, such a treat. It's dumb. It's ridiculous. It's just absolute, like, you're sitting around with your pals and you're like, hey, so let's write a Christmas song about Alan Parsons. And then you actually do it and you record it and it's beautiful.
Twice. No.
It sounds like it reminds me of a song of an English punk band, and I can't remember the name of it. But the whole concept of the song is that the actor Peter Cushing lived in Whitstable, and so they were from Whitstable. And literally, the first 2 lyrics of the song were, Peter Cushing lived in Whitstable, I have seen him on his bicycle. That's the whole thing.
Hey, you got to work with what you know.
Right.
True.
And they saw Peter Cushing riding his bike around their hometown, so...
Beauty.
There you go.
Got a hit, boys.
Yeah, beauty. The way you described that song and how you feel about that song is kind of the way I feel about Granddaddy in general. Like, I often forget that Granddaddy is a thing. And then when I listen to Granddaddy, I'm like, oh, why don't I do this more often?
Right.
Because you hardly ever, like, encounter them in the wild, except for that one, like, weird commercial. It wasn't weird. I think it was like a tire commercial that AM 180 was, like, playing during. Like, that was the only time I had ever heard them outside of just my own sphere of, like, Spotify playlists.
And I'm not sure I know what commercial you're talking about. So I think I only have, radio station memories and then what I have on my Spotify list.
They are a treat. One of the regrettably few bands that I actually saw live while I was in college. And yeah, it was exactly the experience that you would expect. I think it was at the Newport in Columbus, if memory serves.
It's a good venue for them too.
Yeah, it is. The size was perfect. The vibe, everything. It was a nice show.
You know what else is perfect?
I was going to say that your number 3 is probably, or your number 3. Yes, 3 is probably a nice show.
3.
3 you can count.
You know what? I'm gonna go with. I know it's only my number 3, but I'm still gonna go with the word perfect. Can you think of a more perfect pairing than John Denver and the Muppets? Because honestly, that is the most wholesome thing I can think of.
Oh, you're good for wholesome. Okay.
Yes, but also
because I was going to say Peter Sellers and the Muppets.
Well,
but
fair.
I don't think that's wholesome.
No,
just interesting.
It's fun. Yeah. But for reals, this is one of the most touching tunes ever recorded.
Wow.
And it starts with like a poem about personified Christmas tree. and ends with an absolutely beautiful song in It's in Every One of Us. That's John Denver and the Muppets from the Christmas album he did with the Muppets. The song is medley. It starts with Alfie the Christmas Tree, Carol for a Christmas Tree, and It's in Every One of Us. If you listen to it all together, which you kind of should, because it's not very long, even all three things combined, the poem is touching. As a kid, I remember thinking, this is one of the best things I've ever heard. And as an adult, that's still true. It truly brings the idea of togetherness and just the compassion and joy that can be seen all over the place this time of year. It's a shame that it's not more than that, but it's real. And this is just a beautiful song.
I guess when you said John Denver meets Muppets, I didn't expect anything bad, certainly, but I didn't expect the kind of beauty that you were so very nicely describing. And I'm very intrigued by it.
You don't know that one?
I don't, honestly. I don't. Maybe if I heard it, I would recognize it, but it doesn't ring a bell at all.
Honestly, go through the whole album. There's not a bad track on the whole thing. It brings the fun. There's their version of Little Saint Nick. There's a whole bunch of really cool stuff on that record, but this song just hits different, right? Like it's more, they were going for touching and they absolutely nailed it.
That's awesome.
I can't add anything else. I think you put it perfectly. Absolutely.
Yeah. So how are you going to put your number 3? I don't know. There's no segue there.
No, there's no date, but I'm going to use my number 3 to kind of even the list out a little bit. I think that's the appropriate thing I need to do.
Nice.
Yay.
So how about a song with a soulful groove that's a send-up of all your favorites while making a case to be one of your new faves? Because that's how I feel about Just Another Christmas Song from Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings. The late Jones's absolutely buttery voice just spreads out all over this track with the right amount of that big sound that just helped define her career while still casting like a sweeter tone over the subject. Because sure, this may just be another Christmas song, like it says in the title, one of thousands of others to fill up your holiday season, but Jones's will truly make you want to sing along.
One of the underrated legends of the game, of the soul game.
Can we add her to our unsung list?
Yeah, I was just going to say, just like Randy, it's another one of those artists that you hear, not just to hear, but just every so often going and make that go, wow, why haven't I gone in and dug more into their work?
I love Dap Kings. Mm-hmm. Even since Sharon Jones, but it's different without her.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, they were just at their peak. Probably the early to 2000s, I would say, with her.
And she she didn't really hit it until she was much older in life too, which I thought was always really interesting. Like I think she was always an artist, but she didn't blow up until she was maybe in her 40s or even 50s. Like
she was a princess, right, for a long time, and then she was a queen.
Boy, was she ever! Holy shit!
That's a great way to describe it. Yes.
Like I jokingly call Alan Parsons a legend. I wholeheartedly call Sharon Jones a legend.
Yeah.
You know what else is legendary?
Zach, is your number 3 going to be legendary?
Nope. It sure ain't. That much I could say for sure.
I set it on the tee and you instead topped it right off.
No, you're going to find out why. This is... So I was decorating... we were decorating for Christmas for the first time in over a decade. It was awesome. Me and producer Nikki were putting together our decorations this weekend. And just kind of as a gag, I found the hip hop holiday playlist on Spotify. It's one of the playlists that like Spotify puts together. It's curated. I think it has like 50 songs. And I thought, well, this is going to be silly. We're going to listen to like 2 or 3 tracks and laugh and turn it off. It surprisingly slapped. Like a legit good, if I could add a playlist to my top 5, I would definitely add that playlist. So go check it out after you're done with this. 4 Jim Jones tracks for reasons. Look, they can't all be winners, you know. The tracks were fine. I mean, they were Jim Jones. He has one gear, and he hit that gear 4 times. But the best of the bunch is a song where the artists talk about a number of fun gifts that they received, including a brand new chopper, a broken Beamer bumper, say that 5 times fast, and a Glock. Not for you, however, but for your ops. My number 3 song is The 12 Days of Brissmas by Love Renaissance, OMB Bloodbath, and Westside Boogie. Just don't ask about the 10th day. Just don't do it. No matter
what happens
you
on the 10th day.
Literally, the lyric is, and on the 10th day, don't ask me about the 10th day.
No.
So your guess is as good as mine.
Right on.
It's absolutely idiotic fun. It's just silly. It's goofy. The flow is surprisingly good for a song that's this silly and goofy. Especially Bloodbath, or not Bloodbath, but Boogie, Westside Boogie. During his, I think he has like the later, like days 7 through 12, if you will, and Bloodbath has days 1 through 6. Boogie really knocks it out of the park with his kind of in and out sort of smooth flow. Yeah, it's a surprisingly good song considering the lyrics are just goofy as hell.
I thought for a moment you were going to go with Eazy-E's Merry Motherfucking Christmas.
I was just going to say, I have already liked the playlist, and based on the first song, I would wish you all a Merry Motherfucking Christmas and a fucked up New Year.
Amen to that.
But seriously, there's some, just alone, like there's a bunch of bangers on this list, seriously.
Yeah, like no cap. It's like a solid, I mean, obviously you have like the big hitters like Christmas in Hollis, of course, is always going to be in there. The You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch composition by Tyler, the Creator, hot. Super fucking hot.
Best thing he's done.
But to balance that heat is Big Shaq with a Christmas version of Man's Not Hot, which is not really Christmassy. It's just literally the same song with like some jingle bell sound effects played over it. It's perfect. It's so good.
You can't pass over Ho 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 Dirty Christmas from the Yin Yang Twins, though.
Yeah, it hits. It hits. I don't even have to tell y'all that Jay's number 2 hits. It's common knowledge at this point. But drop it on us anyway, dude.
All right, let's be weird for a moment. Yeah. No, weird's not strong enough. Let's be bizarre.
For a moment?
Well, yeah, that's fair. Bizarre is the word, though. That's where we're headed with this one. We need a story in the vein of Grandma got run over by a reindeer, but without the annoying, right? Mm-hmm. Like Patsy and Elmo are fun, but they're not. You know what they're not? They're not Ben Folds. They're not Ben Folds. So I have to go with my number 2 song as Bizarre Christmas Incident, as done by the Ben Folds 5. The song is about a drunk Santa covered in Crisco getting arrested and a dog eating the Crisco off his thighs. So there's not a lot going on in the song. It's pretty simple, but also it's everything you want from a Ben Folds tune as well. Like it's stellar bluesy piano part. The vocals are just killer because they're Ben. And then his absolutely untouchable sense of humor. His delivery is flawless. It's just a romping good time.
I love how you kind of sped through that bit about the grease and the thighs and the whole thing.
Just like, it's just past that.
Well, I didn't want to give you all the lyrics. You just heard it.
Oh, it's like you're putting back the layers of the onion instead of peeling them away.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a professional.
That's what we do.
It's true. We actually have talked ad nauseum about Ben Folds, both with the 5 and a little bit by himself in a previous episode of this here podcast. We did a deep dive on Ben Folds, and admittedly, we did center more on the Ben Folds 5 part of the discography, leaving out some of the solo stuff, or at least not really diving that deeply into it. I don't at all remember talking about this song, and I feel like it was, for me at least, it was a miss because this sounds like it was an absolute riot.
It's a pretty great tune. I think they did it on the live record, but also it's from the Vault, the second Vault record that he put out. So like, it's a B-side. It's a rarity.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is he still doing, like, I know he was doing like plays. I think he was writing plays or writing musicals, like operas. Like super multi-talented dude, more so than I ever would have known if I hadn't listened to that episode of the Fairly Kick-Ass podcast.
Yeah, I believe he still is, or coaching a cappella groups in colleges. I have no idea.
Good for him. Ben, if you're listening, you remain a friend of the show, always. You know who's a friend of mine and who has been for a very long time? It's Dan.
I was trying to figure out how you go with that.
Who the fuck else would it be? You're literally right there.
I'm just trying, nope. We were just talking about being professional, and I was trying to figure out how you were going to do that segue for my number 2 song, and it made the brain freeze. So here we go.
That's what I do best.
Speaking of, I actually wish I had the wordages to explain why I like this version of a Mitch Miller song done in a polka and klezmer style. Maybe it's a touch of the irony in the performance of this one by Bob Dylan from his 2009 album Christmas in the Heart. This is Must Be Santa. And this is also the only thing on my list that I remember that I kept. I think this was my number 1 song that I kept because it was just so odd and fun. And the music video is absolutely cuckoo bananas, but in the most festive way. And I couldn't put this one away. So I'll keep it there, but I'll move it down to number 2.
Thumbs up.
Very nice. It's yeah, brain derailed this time for me. It's contagious. What the hell?
Right. It's fine. We don't need to talk. It's only an audio medium.
Fairly Kick-Ass, the podcast, episode number 79, the one where no one could think.
The worst
and only
part,
one of us can blame whiskey at the moment.
Right?
The worst part about that, Jay, is you said that whole bit about it being an audio medium, and I paused for about 5 seconds, and then I went, oh. And I wanted to just hang up the headphones, put the mic away, and just walk out. I clearly don't.
Maybe that's what we should all do at this point.
Perhaps.
But we're not going to. We're going to listen to your number 2 record.
Please.
Oh, my goodness gracious. So for my number 2, in perhaps the biggest swerve of all in this entire list, this is a traditional Christmas song.
Say what?
I know.
Huh?
I know.
Who?
I thought deep, dark into the recesses of my mind as I was going through the second iteration of this list, and realized that even in the dark place of 2020, there was still one actual traditional dyed-in-the-wool Christmas song that I enjoyed, that I listened to, that I appreciated when I heard it. The only thing that I struggled with was finding the good artist, like the best traditional singer of the song itself. And I kind of came up with a bit of a blank, to be perfectly honest. So I figured, well, if I can't decide on a version, a quote unquote correct primary version of this song for myself, then why not go with one of the very best vocalists of my generation? So my number 2 song is Oh Holy Night, as performed by Carrie Underwood. Carrie put out an entire Christmas album. If you like Christmas albums, it is super traditional. It's Carrie Underwood. It's good. But this is just, it's a song that requires a very deep or a very wide vocal range. Just, you've heard it from the beginning of the song to the crescendo, O Night Divine, O Holy Night, When Christ Was Born, et cetera, et cetera. There are a lot of highs, a lot of powerful highs. And, it takes someone like Carrie Underwood to really flesh out such a really well-crafted song, holidays or otherwise. So, yeah, it shocked me too. I did not expect anything even remotely traditional to enter this list, but, I couldn't say no to it.
I can't say I wholeheartedly agree with your choice of which version of the song to choose, but not that that's a bad version. There's just so many to choose from.
So many.
True.
So many.
True. It almost would feel hacky if I was like, yeah, but what about the Josh Groban version? Like, yeah, again, good, but not top level. There's one that's a throwback version that I kept going back to back at the day when I was when I was singing it, and I would try to emulate that. And could I remember the artist? No, because it was literally just like a random version that would play on the radio. And of course, we don't bother giving artists for any like Christmas music when we do that.
It's not necessary.
But it was a solid baritone that just bellowed in the appropriate spots.
Oddly enough, my favorite version of that song comes in the background of the song Mr. Tanner by Harry Chapin.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a really cool anecdote. I wouldn't have even put that together, but yeah.
The song is about a guy who runs a laundry, who tries to become a professional singer, and he goes and he's got this thing at town hall and he starts to sing, and that's the song he's singing. But the song's it's not that song. It's just, that's what he happens to be singing for the purposes of the story. Master storyteller, Harry Chapin.
Very nice. So, you've got, after you heard the Carrie Underwood version, you've got the, Harry Chapin background version to listen to. You've got, like Dan said, 38,000 other versions.
Right. That's the problem.
It really is. With traditional Christmas music, like, even if we were to put more of those on our list, like, which version would we choose?
Right. And I think that's probably one of the easier ways that, if there are any, you might find them like on our honorable mention list, because if it's a traditional song like that, you kind of gravitate towards the version that you like best or heard first, or whichever is an artist you traditionally get behind. So I'm just going to use their version because I like them anyway.
Absolutely.
Word.
And Dan, speaking of honorable mentions, which I think you were about to say the same thing.
I was literally going to say that you are correct. Speaking of honorable mentions, Jay, what does your honorable mention list look like before the biggin?
I'm going to keep my honorable mentions list really, really freaking short this time. I'm just going to put one song on here because honestly, I didn't consider other tunes when making this list this time. And that is because it is impossible for me to make a Christmas list without listening to Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis by Tom Waits. Listen, you've got me hooked from the moment that the opening line comes on with, "Hey, Charlie, I'm pregnant." And then from there, it just gets better.
It's really not a Fairly Kick-Ass podcast without a mention of Tom Waits. So
that's what I'm saying.
That's true. We are contractually obligated, I believe, to work Tom Waits into as many shows as possible. And that is also a classic song to do so.
Perfect.
All right, well, that makes it short. Easy, nice and easy. What about your number one, then?
Oh, you want me to do that before you guys do your honorable mentions?
Oh, yeah, we got to go in the round.
Oh, sure. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, you
it's
go.
you.
Oh, shit,
you.
it's me. All right.
He's new.
I told you. I barely know where I'm at. I'm going to take your spot, then, and just run off a whole bunch of stuff because I had a lot. So I will start at the beginning because it shouldn't be good, but it actually is, because that's Bing Crosby and David Bowie and their Peace on Earth and the Little Drummer Boy thing. It is like the Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett team up of its day. And it's only down on this honorable mention list. I'm going to break the sixth wall because Jay and I absolutely murdered the intro from the original TV special it was created for, as part of a YouTube series that will never see the light of day again. And that shit will put you off of this song for life because it was so bad.
My God.
Can confirm.
So what I'd like to say to the Cosmos is that we're really, really, really sorry. And I cannot wait for the day when I can finally drink that memory away and move this song back up my list. I would also like to make mention of Darlene Love and Christmas, Baby Please Come Home. I'm actually with Dave Letterman on this one. It deserves its place as one of the true classics in the genre. I would also like to mention The Waitresses and Christmas Wrapping, because it's the Christmas song that really wasn't supposed to be. The track has almost supplanted I Know What Boys Like as like the most remembered track from this kind of underrated and kind of groundbreaking band, which is a shame, but at the same time, a good thing because it helps more people remember them. So good on it. I would also mention The Emotions. What do the lonely do at Christmas? Well, usually we do whatever the hell we want, for better or worse, really. And then I would finally like to add Billy Mack and Christmas All Around. If you don't know, This one is on the soundtrack. It comes from one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. It's Love Actually. Fight me.
It's a great movie.
But Bill Nighy absolutely nails it for the sleazy rock and roll legend character that he plays. It's bad.
It's bad.
And that's the whole joke of this whole thing. His whole storyline. It's a cover of the Troggs' Love Is All Around. And you just take out the word love and you put in the word Christmas. And then add a sick guitar solo. Bob's your uncle. And the UK should have actually made this a Christmas #1, just like it happened in the film.
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler alert. The movie came out in 2004. If you haven't seen it by now.
Truth.
I'm not doing anything for you. But then I would also drop a few songs that were from my original top 5, which would be the Pogues, Fairy Tale of New York, and Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis.
I believe that was my #1 from that original list.
I think it was, yeah.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan, you mentioned Love Actually. Like, it's so interesting that the two things I ever hear about that movie are, #1, it's a good movie, go watch it. And #2, I will fight anyone who says that it's a bad movie. I've never heard anyone say a negative thing about Love Actually. But I've heard so many people ready to draw their sword at the mere mention of something negative.
I bet they're all dudes too, because
they 100%.
It is a cheesy, like, terribly put together rom-com, and it's so good for it.
That's the thing. Absolutely. Like every now parody of or commercial of where there's a guy standing with a bunch of cards in front of a
style.
Yes. T-Mobile just did it where they parodied it for Zach Braff and Donald Faison, talking about T-Mobile's internet, right? That's the movie where it comes from. But yeah, I think there's this whole thing like we have to defend it being a good movie because it's a rom-com. They shouldn't have to, but remember, rom-coms aren't exactly known for being like good.
Truth.
Especially during that era, I feel like the very late 90s into like the early to mid 2000s was a bit of a hodgepodge of really shitty rom-coms and just movies in general.
But it also wasn't just a rom-com. It was a rom-com starring Hugh Grant and Colin Firth, which actually adds to the thing where for some reason it's not okay for, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. But that's also balanced by Alan Rickman in actually a really heavy role.
And Emma Thompson. Liam Neeson.
Quickly, there's no time. Zach, what is your honorable mentions list?
Spot on, sir. Spot on.
Awful.
Well, since I am the basic bitch of the group, I have to retain my basic bitch crown and tell you that I do love Christmas Time by Bryan Adams. I'm not proud of it. Oh, so close to the spit take. So close.
You asshole.
I take no pride in that, but it is. I just heard it today, in fact. I was like, oh, Bryan Adams.
That's his Love Actually.
Basically, yeah, but no one else is going to draw their sword for Bryan Adams.
I mean, yeah, I would listen to a case. I don't know if I'd be convinced, but I'd listen at least.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's cheesy.
As long as your evidence isn't the only thing that looks good on you is me.
Oh God, no. Oh, also, because we just haven't given Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings enough love yet today. Ain't No Chimneys in the Projects. Beautiful Christmas song. I don't remember if that was on my list from before. It might have been an honorable mention if it was. If it wasn't, it was a huge glaring omission because that's a cool ass song. And then I know it's not really actually a Christmas song, but I'm going to say, like, if we can call Die Hard a Christmas movie, then we can call...
Because it is.
Then we can call A Long December by the Counting Crows a Christmas song. Which I have not listened to yet this December, oddly enough. So I'm going to have to get on that after the show. And then 3 more traditional, just to kind of continue with the weird swerve of actually liking traditional Christmas music now. Who knew? Do You Hear What I Hear? It's got that fat hook, that comes in. Like it's stuck in your head already. Like you haven't even heard it. It's stuck in your head. Hark the Herald Angels Sing. It's steady. It's solid, as consistent of a Christmas jam as you'll get. Like if there was a Christmas song where like a bunch of old dudes were sitting around, like they don't make them like they used to. Like this would be the song they don't make like they used to. And then O Come, Emmanuel for name value alone.
Okay.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised anymore. I really shouldn't. No.
We have standards on this podcast, gentlemen.
No. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And the most golden of all of those standards is going to be Jay's number one, I bet.
Well, I don't know that that's true, but yeah, okay. It should be. It should be a standard. We're talking about a time of year when it is we like these songs that are about people getting together and sharing a meal and just dancing and having a good time and eating food, and it's just a delight to be around each other. And then sometimes there's songs about that gathering, but in this case the songs that gathering doesn't quite go as planned. And you know what, I should just let the Chieftains and Elvis Costello tell you about what happens in the song The St. Stephen's Day Murders. It's a Celtic delight. The instrumentation is beautiful, and Elvis Costello is heartwarming as he sings about family getting together and trying to kill each other, but like literally kill each other.
So we're not talking like, hey, we're going to argue about politics around the table. We're talking about attempted homicide.
Right.
Okay.
Carve the turkey, carve your cousin, however it works.
Yeah. My favorite line in the song, and it's fun because a lot of this stuff is about like, what the ones that we poison stop twitching. There's some good lines, but also my favorite line in the song is from the second verse, I think. It's for that is the time to eat, drink, and be merry till the beer is all spilled and the whiskey has flowed, and the whole family tree you neglected to bury are feeding their faces until they explode. That's what we're talking about.
They don't write them like that anymore.
Yeah. That sounds like an absolute just gas. That sounds like a... Now, is it like performed, because I have not heard the song before, does it come off as more tongue in cheek, or is it like, holy shit, did the Chieftains actually kill someone during a holiday celebration?
No, it's very Elvis Costello. It's very tongue in cheek. The sarcasm flows pretty thoroughly on the song, but it is all about, the stereotypical dysfunctional family Christmas, but like just taken up several notches.
I dig that. I dig that a lot. That's one I'm excited to go back and listen to after all this is said and done.
Yeah, definitely can't wait for that one.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised y'all don't know it already, but that's pretty fantastic. I'm glad I can introduce you to it.
I'm stoked. I am similarly stoked to hear what Dan has in store for his number one.
Well, I've talked about it before. But look, I think that's just as good a proof of your number one that it's pretty clear that there is nothing traditional about any of our top Christmas song lists here, really. We are weirdos from top to bottom. And it shouldn't be any surprise that I thought out of the box for my number one. It's a track that's recently surged to the top of my list thanks to its utter weirdness on so many levels. So my number one favorite Christmas song of all time of this year right now is, of course, Don't Shoot Me, Santa by The Killers. It seems to start a theme, really, unintentionally. Because I also feel like I shouldn't like the song as much as I do because of it being a weird, gimmicky, pseudo-country storytelling track. But it is all those things in the best way possible. And with the recent flick Violent Night, this version of Santa seems a whole lot more likely. If Santa is willing to fuck up John Leguizamo with a sledgehammer, he will totally bust a cap in your ass for fucking up this year. It's almost like the makers of that movie heard this song and took it as inspiration for the level of insanity that they brought to the silver screen. It also has the benefit of falling into one of my favorite categories, of course, the upbeat song that's way darker than the music implies. I mean, it's a murder begging for his life because Santa is now the reluctant punisher. You killed them, now I gotta kill you. That definitely puts a different spin on the holiday tales now, doesn't it? But it's odd. It's fun. It's catchy. It's kind of the Killers in a nutshell. So if you don't care for the band, you probably won't care for the song. But I would argue that it's more than worth a few minutes of your time.
Somebody told me this is not.
Yeah, true. That's true. It's more endemic of their later stuff. Once you get past whatever that Sam's Town,
Yeah.
that's the side of the Killers you're getting with this.
Yeah, Brandon Flowers has a way to just make this particular track like simultaneously like you said, fun and happy, but you can also hear like there's an edge kind of just below the surface of in his voice of this track. And then you listen to the lyrics and it's like, there's the edge, found it.
Yep, found it. There we go. Like if you really want to extrapolate it out, Santa might be coming to shoot the perpetrator of a school shooting. If you really want to draw that one out. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yes. That's not a difficult jump to make, considering.
But it's a fun song.
It is. See, at least your like dark, depressing songs are jaunty, you know.
That's a good word for them. Yeah.
Our shenanigans are jaunty and fun. Shenanigans are just depressing and kind of shameful.
No, like jokes aside, this is a great song. We talked about it 2 years ago. I'm glad we get to talk about it again. It's a track that I had honestly forgotten about until looking at the list of the tracks that we all had on our respective list for 2020. And that was one that I kind of looked at and was like, holy shit, that song was great. I need to remember that exists. I will certainly forget until, next December. And then when I listen to this again.
Or 2 years from now when we decide to do this again with yet another Christmas list.
Is that our new tradition? Just every even year?
Every 2 years, we're just going to redo the Christmas list?
That implies forethought and planning.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. Although I apologize. I forgot this was on my list the last time, so no. I guess you can disqualify me.
Well, then we're both getting disqualified, man, because my number one was on my list in 2020 as well.
Do share. Do tell.
So I know that we talked about the happiness, the upbeat, the, trying to make this a little bit less of a downer than 2020. But considering how much I love this song, I think that it's easy to, for me, as I was looking through it, kind of mentally considering it, it's easy for me to consider this a song that I enjoy for its merits alone and not a song that I just thought, hey, this is dark, I'm going to put it in a playlist. Like I mentioned, it is my only overlap, but it was just too good to leave off of the list and probably every Christmas list I make from now until eternity. So I'm going to tell you right now that it's 2,000 Miles by the Pretenders. I'm going to let you listen to it, and then I'm going to come back and talk about why I love it so much. So as we sit here, again, I'm not going to talk much about the content or the meaning of the song because I'm not here to harshmallows. Y'all can figure that out if you don't know it already. The internet's right there. But to be perfectly honest, I was not that much younger than I am now when I researched the true meaning of the song for the first time. I've loved it forever, but it was maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago even, that I realized what the song was about. Even before that point, the emotion and feeling that this song evoked within me, and I'm guessing within others too, was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. This song isn't sang, like Chrissie Hynde doesn't sing this song to you. She cuts away your ribcage and places it directly upon your heart. Does it make me tear up every single fucking time I hear it? Yeah, it absolutely does. But drawing off of a discussion from our November Reviews episode of the Fairly KickAss podcast, emotion in music is one of the most beautiful things on earth, no matter what that emotion is. And in this case, that emotion happened to be sadness. I don't necessarily feel sad listening to this song, but I do feel a sense of beauty because it is just an amazing track with amazing vocals and amazing subtlety to it. So I felt like it would be remiss if I did not have it on my list as my number one, because I do wholeheartedly feel that's my favorite Christmas song.
Beauty. I mean, sad, but beauty.
In many ways, just a beautiful song.
Yeah, I feel like I've inadvertently brought it down at the end, but it comes full circle too to what we discussed at the top of the show. Like, it's okay. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be whatever you want to be during this time of year and during any time of year. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Feel what you feel.
Feel what you feel, no matter what it is.
The best way to put it, really.
And now I feel like I need to go watch Black Dahlia Murders Yule Mall.
I'm with that.
All right. Yeah. No.
Should we do the plugs before you dip?
Yeah, I should do the things.
Sure.
Why
not?
Yeah. Let's do the fairlykickass@gmail.com, fairlykickass.com. And your only source for the Fairly Kick-Ass podcast, of course, is right here on Spotify, only on Spotify. With all that said, Dan, Jay, and Zach would like to wish all of you happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.